fucking hot, isn't it?
I've just pressed record, so that's in there now.
Oh,
It's fucking hot. I click recording, mate. It's fucking hot. A second later, it's fucking warm, Davis. Yeah, again, just quickly, thank you to everyone who sent in the questions. I know I've missed an absolute fuckload, but otherwise this pod's going to be at least 3 or 4 hours, and I'm done, to be honest with you already. So,
We want to talk about Davis before you do that. Come
yeah,
on.
that's why I'm not doing any questions. Shut your mouth, bruv. Your part's
Shut your
over.
mouse and that, bruv. Top
Davis
fucking
Pagan.
road man.
Very nice to have you here, sir. I don't know how you put up with this guy. I don't know how you do it. I have him one Sunday, a couple of hours every other, and I'm sick of him. So you've been his best mate for a long time. I don't know how you've done it, but no, it's
Become numb.
Yeah. How was the wedding night again? No, I'm joking. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about your career today. Obviously, we touched a little bit on your situation, your defeat and stuff, but let's go through it. Tell us your record, tell us your amateur background, and yeah, a little bit about you.
My amateur background, I had about, say, 55, 60 fights. One maybe, towards the end, maybe about two-thirds of them. I was awful to start with. I think I won like 3 out of my first 10. Yeah, a bit like Johnny Nelson. No, I think my nerves used to get the better of me and stuff, and then I think as I matured, I think I changed my game plan a little bit rather than sort of like let the occasion get to me and try and go for a tear up. But yeah, like I say, yeah, I did that. I boxed started off at Bury Boys, well in Basildon, where I met Rich. Then I went on to St Pancras. Then I went to they shut down. They shut down for a year after that, rebuilding and stuff. So then I went to West Ham. Then I went to Holland Park after that. And then I thought I've gone back to St Pancras now, like as a professional. And I've had 9 professional fights, 8 wins, and one defeat. But
That was your third fight of defeat?
Yeah, third fight. Yeah,
Early, innit?
yeah, I know.
Early.
Tell me about it. I was on a nice momentum.
No, but
Was it fight 3?
Yeah.
yeah, I was just looking at his box set, and it was 17 round. Fuck me, 17 seconds of the final round left. As you said, it was late. So, but it's not something that ever held you back. It's not. Was there ever in the immediate aftermath?
Yeah.
Was you really negative about it? I know you said you were more angry and stuff,
Yeah.
but did it ever affect you mentally?
Obviously a little bit. You start thinking, you think, oh fucking hell, should this happen at this time? Do you know what I mean? And I think, oh, am I good enough? Should I really sort of like done that? And then I got back to being back angry again. I was like, no, fuck it, I want the rematch. That's it. And I couldn't sleep with that.
Wants the rematch? See that?
That was a bit cheeky of you.
Who's your favourite Mitchell brother? Grant? Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Can I say one thing?
Sorry, he's going to chim
Can
me.
I say one thing?
Go on.
I didn't hit the floor in my fight. Only one of us hit the floor. Only one of us hit the floor in our defeats.
How about our sparring sessions?
Well, our sparring sessions when there was 2-on-1.
Here we go.
I'd had one fight.
We had two my man.
Listen,
Wait, what is
we
happening right
used
now?
to do 2-on-1s in Bury Boys, and I dropped him once, and there was 2-on-1. They were both championship level boys, and I was a novice. So he comes back with the time he dropped me twice in 1 round.
2-on-1.
We did 2-on-1. Yeah, mate. I was literally tapping him like that.
I'd be up for that kind of boxing. I'd be talking about a figure 2. I'd stand behind him. Go on, hit him.
Here he goes. I was tapping away.
No, listen,
he used to be curled up in a ball on a regular basis.
But with laughter, how many times have gone down?
You're a lot bigger than him, Rich.
Yeah.
Better, you said. I mean.
Better. Sparring sessions are good, man. Sparring's fun, isn't it? It's meant to be the fucking.
Yeah, we had some great spars.
Listen, we was young as well.
Yeah.
And in the gym, it was always, to be fair, him and Sam and the other boys at that time were more experienced, but I'd jumped in and I was a lunatic at the time, so I'd go out for an absolute bombs at kids for a couple of minutes until they'd, alright, that'll do. And then because I was just steaming at people, I had to spar you guys pretty early on, and they were well better than me at that time. So usually what would happen is
We'll take it easy.
The coach would say, away you go. So for a minute or so, I'd steam in at him and Sam, and just steam training with bombs left, right, everything I could possibly throw. After 45 seconds or so, I can be completely burnt out, and then get my head punched off for the rest of the round.
Good time,
that was how the first few years of my career went.
So you're super welter. You're campaigning at super welter. Is that where you'll be for title fight? Is that a comfortable weight for you?
Easy for me. Like so, I made when it
You're
was
6 foot. You're quite big for super welter, but that's not a problem. It's not.
No, not at all. So I mean, I go. Like, straight away. I walk round when I'm in training. I walk down to around about 74, and then I just drop that, lose your fight. Last 2 weeks or whatever, it just falls off me. But no, I'm really comfortable. I think I'm strong at it. I don't feel drained, so I'm happy with that. I'll make it pretty easy rather than staying up. A lot of people go balloon up, say 15 kilos or whatever. But no, I'm always around that sort of time.
Living the life. You're not someone that decides to get absolutely battered between fights, or you do Ricky Hatton like.
Do you know what? I'll be honest. The week after my fight, I will get every single takeaway, fried breakfast, and that out my system.
Yeah.
And I will, and I'll go and socialise or whatever, and then I'm back on it. Yeah.
That's my last day today.
Yeah. Let's talk about your next. So you're 8-1 as of right now, and you think you're ready for your step ups now? I mean, because when I guess it's different again, isn't it? Everyone's going to be different. When you lost very early, you wanted to put that right, and you've gone on. And when you look through your records, it's fair to say they're very much still your learning fights. You haven't boxed a fellow prospect yet or anything. When do you think that happens? The next year? Are you ready, or do you think again just see how you feel in a couple of fights' time? What's your current thinking on your progress?
I said by the end of the year, and this is my trainer's thinking as well, and he wants me finishing on a 10-rounder, and obviously you're going to have this year. Okay. He says you're not going to have no mugs fighting at 10 rounds. So that's where I'm at. At the end of the day, I'm not going to go, oh yeah, I'm going to call him out. At the end of the day, I'll leave everything to
me.
You need to call
one out on this podcast.
Lewis Smith, come out of the time. No, obviously I want to be fighting contenders, and obviously I still felt I was in the learning stage, obviously rebuilding after obviously me first, my defeat. But now, so I'm getting hungry now for time.
You're fighting the 29th of September on a British Warriors show, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it is.
And it's for international or British challenge belt?
Do you know, I haven't been told. Just been told it's for a challenge belt.
That doesn't really, yeah. So your weight, Southern Area champion, Billy Bird, or I made that up?
Billy Bird.
Billy Bird, right? I interviewed Matt McCarthy the other day. He's desperate for the rematch early next year. Realistically, they could be your opponent. I know you don't want to call names out, but they're the kind of level of opponents you'll be looking at in the next 6, 9, 12 months.
Yeah, within the next few fights. That's the way I want to. That's the way I want to go. The next few fights, they're the fights I want. At the end of the day, whoever's got the belt, that's what I like to fight. And I want to make a statement.
Yeah, that was a good fight, wasn't it?
Cracking fight, absolutely cracking fight.
How did you score? Can you remember what you scored it or not?
Do you know what? I didn't see the fight. I was mingling with everyone, whatever. But when I watched it back, I did have McCarthy just nicked it.
I had McCarthy by a point.
Yeah,
because they won in one round.
He would have won most of the rounds then, because he got knocked out a lot. That must have been
it was only one round though.
A 10-4 round or something.
He took a knee.
Yeah.
He took a knee. Was hurt. He took a knee. Was smart. And he slipped. He got caught as he slipped. Whatever it was given. But even with that 10-7, I'm sure it was 10-7. I gave it to him by a point. Whatever. Ref gave it differently.
I did have him. I think, but Bird obviously he dominated the ring. It's like I say, subjective to what you like. But I think Bird was sort of like busy. He didn't really do too much. You know what I mean? He fought in sort of like little bursts where McCarthy was just picking shots here and there.
He spent most of his up to that point at middleweight. Billy Bird.
He's a big.
There was a time when he was supposed to fight Sam Stokes.
Yeah,
they were having a bit of beef on social media.
And then I remember
Sam Stokes was a super middleweight.
Yeah. Well, fuck me. So when I heard he was fighting Matt McCarthy, I was like, he's big. I didn't. He boxed well. Listen,
not really that big though, is it?
No, I think he's quite wide and carries a bit more than he possibly. But listen, he's the champion, man. It is what it is. Like,
he excelled that night. Do you know what I mean? I'd never really heard too much about him, and obviously
I'd seen him fight once before on a Thursday night in Prince Regent Hotel on a McClure, what are they called? Long Shot Sports, and he was all right. And he built up like a 14-0 against nobodies. Was the truth. He had his step up, and whether he won or lost by a point, he was in the fucking fight. Yeah. So he stepped up in his time, so it's good. So that'd be a good fight for you, him or Matt McCarthy, or some good fighters down the line now, I think.
No, 100%. I'll say they're the fights I want very soon. So,
are you title driven or are you fight driven? This fucking loon just wants to be in tough fights with people.
No, title driven. At the end of the day, you ain't gonna go, oh yeah, when I was a pro, I fought so and so. No one's gonna remember that. When I was pro, I won the Southern Area title, I won the English title. That's what I want. At the end of the day, I'll turn over to live a dream and win belts as a professional fighter.
Fair. Can't argue. Everyone's got their different.
That's it. Everyone's got different motives for it.
Yeah,
that's why the sport's so good, because everyone's doing things for different reasons.
Whatever gets you fuckers up and doing your mental amount of runs and the training and the camps, the fucking hardships you put your wives through and put yourselves through more, So fair fucks to you boys that do this shit, because fuck that.
Yeah, nah.
I lived that life for 9 months. I swear to God, 9 months. When I dropped 5 stone in 9 months, I was training 5 days a week, 6 days a week. 9 months was enough.
But you looked phenomenal, mate. We watched the fight earlier.
I
You
know.
were jabbing, you
Yeah.
were slipping.
I know.
Samachenko.
But truth be told, the British Boxing Board phoned me and said you can't because it's not fair.
It's not really fair, mate.
Not fair on anyone. If you turn
At
pro,
any weight.
Yeah, no,
yeah, they wanted to catch weight me with Joshua early doors, and I said, listen, this man could be the future. It's not fair on him. So that's what really happened.
Sam saved boxing.
I am not only am I the voice of the small hall, I'm the saviour of boxing. No, it's yeah, you lot are crazy, mate. The lives you lot live and the dedication you.
I do feel sorry. I
phenomenal.
feel sorry for me wife, and obviously Beck for Rich as well. Everyone's
I
partners.
feel sorry for her, not just for boxing.
Yeah, look at
That's
it.
the big
Sorry,
thing.
honestly,
She's got to
yeah.
wake up next to that.
You poor cat.
Yeah.
Just the money's making what keeps her there.
Just finally, what's your work situation? Sponsors, because you can't really do it without sponsors most of the time, or if you do, it's fucking difficult. We spoke to Julio a fortnight ago. He ain't really got any sponsors and
He's really struggling.
struggling bad. So, what's your current situation?
So I've got a couple of. I've lost about 3 sponsors in about a month. So I don't know if that's due to inactivity and different financial situations for other people. But yeah, I'm struggling for sponsors now. But I'm very lucky to see my wife. It sort of demands me to say it, but she's a breadwinner. So we're quite lucky.
So she backs you. What do you live the dream? Do you just?
Yeah, now I sit there. Yeah, Jeremy Cole and.
Davis, wash up!
Okay, princess. No, like I say,
It's not like that though. It ain't like Davis does fuck all though. He has got a gym. He does do one-to-ones with people. He does. It's not like if he wants to do something, he asks her for money.
No.
It's not like that.
No,
Pocket money,
he
mate.
makes
Yeah.
he makes
He
it
gets
sound
an
like-
allowance.
I think he made that sound worse than it is.
Oh,
It ain't
yeah.
like that for Davis. She works full time, which makes it easier for Davis
Yeah.
to not
obviously,
need to work.
That's
It's
exactly
not like
it.
it's not
He
like.
words it better. Was he your manager?
Yeah, but it's not like Davis does fuck all, and
Yeah.
he's kept. It ain't like that. Ain't it? She works full time, which means Davis isn't under stress for it all. Davis does his own one-to-ones.
Good
If he needs his kit, he can buy it. If he needs that, he can buy anything himself. Goes out for himself. He can take his.
I'll
money
take
he
me
needs
go.
to.
Yeah.
He can do all that. But if when he's inactive and he's not got fights coming up, if they need it,
she can fill the
if
gaps.
they need
up,
it,
yeah.
she can fill the gaps.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I just
You
started.
make it sound horrendous with words.
Yeah, I know, I'm terrible. I've been doing this for 18 years, haven't I? and then no, I said I just started.
Hey, pal!
I've just started doing personal training now as well. So just saying, I've lost a few sponsors. So now that's covering what I've lost.
If anyone wants training and you live around Basildon, Langdon, Wickford, train with a professional athlete, Davis the Power Pagan.
Yeah.
Good rank.
Power.
The Power Pagan with one stoppage.
Oh dear.
Paper hands Pagan.
Paper hands. I like that, mate. I like that. No, like I say, that's helping me out massively, and I've got a couple of sponsors. I've got I've just got a new one actually, Essex Tree Care. I've got RD Aircon.
Can you ask
Can
me
they come in?
Can they fit aircon in the
Matt Ryder,
conservatory?
if you're listening, mate.
Well, you got to get him onto this. The whole
He
point
mu-
of
he
coming being a
must
new
listen now.
guy,
He must
you
gotta
have to
listen
get
now.
all new
He's
people
got to
on.
listen for 2 hours for his little shower.
Yeah, it's about 2 minutes, but if he can offer aircon, I'll shout him out every week, mate.
But-
Whack a
Good
fucking
sponsorship
aircon
deal.
unit in it. Yeah.
Fuck Davis.
Yeah,
Come and
yeah,
sponsor
fuck
Fight
Davis.
Talk.
Sponsor Fight Talks Conservatory, where the podcast happens.
Matt Ryder, you got a job in Arlo, mate.
But I've got no money, mate. So
Think of it as a gift.
yeah,
We will
giving back
advertise
to
you.
boxing like I am. Oh mate, it's horrible in here.
I'll just give another quick shout out to Tile Works UK, Ambience, and Nersons and Mr Power. They do all my kit and t-shirts and stuff.
100% check them people out because the small hall wouldn't survive without people like that. It's
When
the
I do
truth.
the commentary, honestly, every time, I think Andy, who I've working with a lot lately, I
A-Dog.
think he might get A-Slice gets a bit bored of it because whenever a fighter comes out and I see something on his shorts, I try my very best to see what it says in the shorts and shout them out.
Yeah.
If I can't shout every single fight,
Yeah, no, that's
if
great.
I can't read what it says in his shorts, I'll just say he's got sponsors. If you've got a minute, please check him out. I'll always try and get in every fighter's sponsors that when I'm commentating, get them in because let's be honest, without sponsors.
and ticket sales as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I do want to thank everyone who comes to each and probably everyone's fight.
Except for the people that buy them on the day.
Oh, if you buy them on the
Fuck
door,
you,
you're an arsehole.
And you're a cunt. That's what you are.
Whoa! Yeah, I'll get them on the door. Okay, yeah,
I won't fucking box anymore then because I don't get an allocation out of that. Cheers, mate.
Yeah. I mean, if we don't have enough.
What we really need is more people to want us to run around 20 hours before a fucking fight.
I'll tell you what about think. My wife, not my last fight, the wife before, she was out for 6 hours.
The wife before, the fight before.
My fight before that. Now, my wife, the night before the fight, she was out for 6 hours. The night before the fight, I was in the bath and my phone was going off. 6 hours she was out there, all round Essex delivering tickets.
Guys,
it's
really
stressful.
We give you enough notice. Get them early, please.
Get them off the fighters early. A very good website that Kevin Campion launched. It was called iBoxing Tickets. It's now changed to My Fight Tickets. You can buy tickets directly from the fighters online and send it. It saves all the stress for the boxers.
Brilliant.
So I'm not sure which promoters. There's the delivery fee. It's like a quid or £1.50, which is printing the ticket and sending it out. So it might cost the consumer £1.50 more than it would getting it from you, but it takes all the stress away from the boxer. He's got about 8 or 9 promoters working with him. Can you imagine where you could say, "Here's my ticket link," and everyone, you and your wife ain't got to run around like fucking idiots.
Oh, you're hungry.
Hopefully that'll be the way it'll go.
Yeah, but you say that. I think running around. This is totally against what I'd like, but I actually think the personal touch of delivering your tickets and seeing people actually makes a difference. Because people are like, Richard's right, he always comes to see me with his tickets, always sit and have a cup of tea and have a chat, and that's fair.
That's very fair.
The night before the fight, you can't do that, can you? You're like, sorry, and you feel rude.
That's when you feel like
that's very fair.
bollocks.
What it does add then, you've got a few people that want to come and see you because they like you on the podcast, etc. They might live in other parts of the country. They can buy tickets off you and meet and come to the fights, and they've given the allocation to you. So it gives you both, doesn't it? It's not going to take away from your person.
I can post a match on anyway, though.
So one day I drove to Coventry, went all the way out to Coventry, went down to Kent, and then on south, and then back home.
There's this thing.
I love that.
There is a thing though at the minute, Davis. Royal Mail.
Like you say, the personal touch.
Probably cost you 40 quid in petrol.
Yeah, I know.
You're probably boxing for free, a prick.
Royal Mail. I'll write that one down.
Yeah. What's a stamp? What does it mean, a stamp?
Stamp?
Yeah,
like you say, it's that personal touch.
I sent out 100 tickets, Rich, and no one received them. Yeah, but I wouldn't go as far as Coventry. You're a nicer man than me.
Yeah, definitely. We are going to finish up. We missed loads and loads of questions. We're probably a couple of hours in. It's warm as fuck, and I'm hungry as always. But listen, thank you very much for coming down, boys.
No, thank you very much.
Before we finish, don't forget to buy tickets to my fight, September 15th.
September 15th, Richard Gray, Goodwin Boxing.
He's back.
September 29th.
Big drama show.
Big drama show.
He's good boy.
Davis Pagan, 29th of September. British Warriors.
If you've got any change left after coming to mine,
you got to prioritise, people. You got to prioritise.
You saved the best till last, though.
There'll be no podcast in a fortnight. I will be in Spain.
Can I do it on my own?
You do it on your own. Get Craig. Why don't you do one at the New Age Boxing live one? You and Craig just do one on the dictaphone or something. Get some content out. Or you can FaceTime me and record it. I'll do it from the beach. Whatever, but we won't be in this fucking conservatory doing one in a fortnight, is what I'm saying.
You'll probably be less hot on the beach, wouldn't you?
This has been the Fight Talk podcast. Thank you very much for listening and all your millions of questions. Really, really appreciate it.
Peace!
Wait, I ain't finished. I've got one more thing to say. Thank you to every single follower I have. Much love to all of you.
Hey man, we're a fucking team.
No, but because my followers are... Yeah, alright, all of our followers, they're real. I appreciate you clicking that follow button next to my name. Much love, because you don't cost me any money.